What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. I hope that you all are doing so amazing. I hope you're all having an amazing, wonderful day. Getting into our talk about leadership, we want to utilize astrology and we want to utilize Aries. Aries is the ram. Aries starts off the zodiac, okay? And Aries gets a little bit of flack. Aries gets a little bit of shit, right? Because Aries is, we don't even, you know what? Aries is the emperor. Aries is the emperor. Aries is the emperor. Aries is leadership. Capricorn might represent a little bit more stability if we're talking about the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Capricorn might, as the last cardinal sign, as an ascended master, represent stability. But you don't get to Capricorn without being Aries. You don't get anywhere without being Aries, right? Aries being the first house. You don't get anywhere without you, right? Without having a sense of self, without being self-focused. Aries is amazing. So as you move through the zodiac, from Aries all the way to Pisces, from the first sign to the 12th, there is a growth and there is an evolution, right? But every single year we get to Pisces and we don't stop there, right? The astrology is cyclical. Astrology is the energy of self-improvement. Astrology is definitely this energy of being on the leading edge of creation. You don't get to Piscean energy and then stop, because there's always a new level. There's always something more for you to explore. There's always something new for you to experience. So we say all of this to say, Aries gets a lot of shit. Aries is the child of the zodiac. Aries is the baby. But to be an Aries is to be somebody who naturally has leadership qualities. And if you're somebody who has leadership qualities, you don't have to be an Aries for this to be resonating with you. If you're somebody who naturally has Aries leadership qualities, you are not going to be... They're saying stop referencing the textbook when you've come here to write a new one. That's our message for you. I struggled with this. I struggled with this for a really long time. And I'm going to talk about myself in the most Mercury and Aries fashion that I possibly can. I struggled with this for my entire time being on this journey, for my entire life, right? Because you get here as a kid and then you are societally conditioned. This is how you should act. No, you should be ashamed of this trait. No, this is bad. No, this is terrible. No, do it this way. No, do it this way. Do it this way. Do it this way. So then you become the person who is, if I want to get somewhere in life, I have to have a mentor. I have to have somebody to show me the way, because I can't possibly do it on my own. It's impossible for me to do it on my own. I need a mentor. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to help me. And then I couldn't find somebody to help me. Not that I didn't find amazing mentors or somebody who's really, really good at their job. I was racking my brain going, oh my God, I need help. But I need help in only the way that I'm going to be able to help me. I need somebody who's going to be able to give me the psychological deep dive, the inner child trauma, but also the person who is going to very much Piscean. You should be going for all of your dreams and goals. You can have everything, and you can have everything now, and that can instantly come into your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you tend to get people who kind of are on either side of that spectrum. And there was just all of this madness going on in my energy field, because my inner being and my personal self, me, who I authentically am, is telling me, girl, you just go for this thing. You just do this. I am the woman who leaves college, who totally abandons a potentially whatever academic career, who gives a fuck, in pursuit of something that makes me happy based off of 6,000 followers on YouTube. It's like, that person is not the person who wants the coach that's going to tell them you can't have it instantly. You can't have it. Yes, instantly is the only word that works when we're talking about Aries energy. Basically, the realization that I've been having is one of the main reasons why I've been struggling so much in my spiritual practice, in my growth and my development, and the growth and development of my business, is because I believed that I had to have somebody. I have to have help. How could I possibly do this all by myself? I have to have help. And here's the thing. Yes, we all need somebody to fucking lean on. But knowing who you really are, tapping into yourself, which a good healer is always going to guide you to do, is being able to recognize when you need some outside assistance and when you don't. For me, outside assistance looks like reading books and gathering my own information and insights based on the books that I read that are going to help me in my practice, helping me to grow and expand, blah, blah. That really doesn't look like getting into programs with people or working with people, because what I found is they're like, long story short, she doesn't like being told what to do. Long story short, she doesn't want to listen to anybody else's fucking rules. And that was one of the biggest things in terms of allowing myself to have all of the abundance that I have aligned, that I've called into my vortex. It's like, you're not following anybody's rules. And as long as you're not following somebody's rules, then you're being bad. And when you're bad, you don't deserve love. You don't deserve good things, because you're just breaking all of the rules. And so the entire message for us today in this is that you came here to break the rules. You got first house placements. You got Aries energy. You are somehow being led, which all of you are, because you're on the leading edge of creation. You're being led to create new things. You're being led to do things that have never been done before. You can't do something that has never been done before while you're trying to listen to everybody who is doing things the way that they've always been done. You can't do it that way. You're not going to get your goal that way. You're not going to get to where you're going that way. And it does take the amount of courage that only Aries energy has. So yes, we're telling you, embody the energy of Aries. Everybody has Aries energy in their chart. A lot of y'all are going to be first housers just because you're going to connect with Nathalie's energy so much, right? She's really going to attract in a lot of people with Aries energy because you're leaders. Because you're supposed to be doing the thing that hasn't been done before. You're doing the thing that hasn't been thought of before. And so, of course, while you're doing the thing that hasn't been thought of before, while you're doing the thing that hasn't been done before, everybody who's doing the same old shit is looking at you going, oh my God, Aries is crazy. Oh my God, Aries has no idea. Oh my God, Aries is a child. Aries has no idea how this world works. Aries is like, oh no, I see the way that it works, sis. And it's working terribly for you. And because I see that it's working terribly for you, I'm gonna go ahead and do my own thing. Your song of the day is Do Your Own Thing from the fucking Cheetah Girls soundtrack. I think it's the Cheetah Girls 2. You have to be willing to do your own thing. Are you willing to do your own thing? Is it okay for you? Yes. Are you willing to do your own thing, even when doing your own thing looks like going against the advice of somebody who you really respect? That's been my biggest thing. Realizing that the people that you are going to for advice, even me, are giving you their perspective, giving you their message based off of their experience, their trauma, what they've done, and what works for them. Your job is to find what is going to work for you. And then maybe you follow them. For some of you, you're going to have your own path. And it's about being okay with that. Nobody is going to punish you for doing your own thing. And you need to hear this, because as a child, you were very much punished to varying degrees for doing your own thing, for doing what was going to make you happy, for doing what would make you feel good, for doing what you wanted to do. Do you ever have a specific memory coming to mind? Do you ever do something just because you want to do it, just because you feel an impulse to do something, so you just fucking do it? And you're a child, and you get in trouble. Somebody's like, why did you do that? And you're just kind of standing there, and you're like, I simply don't have an answer. Like, I'm not trying to be a smartass. I just felt like the right thing to do. And so I did it. You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy. Allowing yourself to do shit for the fuck of it. Allowing yourself to manifest shit for the fuck of it. Allowing yourself to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. What we are creating this video for is for those of you who are ready to step into a whole new level of your life, to start doing shit that people around you aren't doing, that your peers aren't doing, that the people in your industry aren't doing. Are you willing to be the person who is different? And that does feel like sticking your neck out on the line. But what does Aries do? Aries begins a whole new cycle. And so, yeah, you jump in and then you go through all of the different stages of that. So will you recognize that you're a part of something so much bigger? Will you recognize that you're starting this whole new cycle? For some of you, it's for your family, it's for your job, it's for your career, it's for people, it's for human beings in general. This is what you came here for. This is what you came here for. This is what you came here for. You came here to do the different thing. You came here to do the thing that your parents were too afraid to do because they listened to their parents. You came here to be defiant. You came here not to listen to any rules. The reason you don't want to listen to anyone is because you didn't come here to listen to their rules. You didn't come here to listen to their rules. You sat and you listened to them speak and you thought to yourself, to me, that sounds stupid, but okay. Not because they're actually stupid. What they do might work for them. Some of them aren't happy, whatever, none of our business. You didn't come here to listen to the people who are unhappy. You didn't come here to listen to the people who aren't allowing in their desires in the way that you're being led to allow them in. I have a lot of big desires. I have a lot of big goals. I have a lot of big shit that I am just planning on working on. And that part of me is, no, I have to struggle more. No, I have to struggle more. No, I can't do this. No, I can't allow this in. No, I can't allow in the success. No, I can't really allow in the money like that. Well, I can't really do that because I have to do this. And if I'm going to be building wealth, then I have to do this and blah, 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 blah. And we're like, girl, who gives a fuck? Points were made. That's how you clear, bitch. Correct. It's the tending to my vortex for me. Okay, 3 piles. Pile number 1, Page of Wands. Pile number 2, 10 of Cups. Pile number 3, 6 of Pentacles. Pick your pile, and we'll see you there. Pile number 1, for those of you who chose the Page of Swords, you're stepping into a new level of your life. We've got, I released your affirmation from my affirmation deck. You can purchase that in the link in the description box below. 80 affirmations, super fucking powerful. I actually have 2 affirmation decks, so just go look at my website. It's amazing. I release all versions of myself with an interest in sacrificing me, my happiness, and my authenticity. With this Page of Wands energy, we're gonna roll the dice, and we have North Node in Pisces in the first house, which is beautiful. So if you have, and you don't have to have this placement, but we're gonna move through it. So assuming that there's no whatever, just let's get into it. So if you have your North Node in Pisces in the first house, then we're going to assume that you would have Aquarius on your first house. You would have Aries on your second house in terms of values. And this actually works incredibly beautifully, right? So having Pisces on the North Node, having Virgo on the South Node, this is the energetically speaking, what you would be doing in this life is realizing that you can actualize your dream. And so the message for you right now is you can actualize your dream. You're in the process of learning how to actualize your dreams, because the energy of Pisces, the energy of Virgo to Pisces, Virgo South Node to Pisces North Node, South Node where you're coming from, North Node where you're going, coming from Virgo, moving to Pisces, that energy fucking sucks. And the reason why we're saying that it sucks is because the better way would be Pisces to Virgo. We're not saying that Pisces North Node or Pisces South Node is a better placement per se. We're talking about the way that the energy moves. Piscean energy being watery energy. Oh, this is such a beautiful message, pile number 1. Piscean energy is water energy Earth energy is Virgo energy, right? And so Earth is this Pentacles energy. It's the physical, right? Your body. It's the physical cash. It's the tarot card. It is everything that's going on in this physical realm. Water energy, emotional energy, they're saying the energy of vibrations. We're talking now about the emotional guidance scale and how your emotions, especially this Piscean energy, Neptunian energy, the energy of inspiration, it's the energy of creativity, the energy of creation. When you are going from Pisces to Virgo, you are going from, I have a dream, I have an idea, I have a fantasy, I have something that I want in my life. And then Virgo energy is, these are the practical steps that we're going to take to realize this dream. And so my dreams and my fantasies become real, Pisces to Virgo. When we have the energy of Virgo to Pisces, that presents a difficulty, which you can ask to be easier. It presents a difficulty because pile number one, your focus is on Virgo, Earth, but I have this dream. And so when you're focusing on what's happening right here, right now, in the present moment, law of attraction, manifestation, looking at your present moment is never good. Because you're always asking for something to be better. And so when you're looking at your present physical reality and you're not seeing things change, you're continuing to put out those asks. The vibration of asking is different than the vibration of being in step 2, being in step 3. It's different than the vibration of receiving your inspiration. It's different than being in the vibration of receiving your thing. So with this Piscean North Node on the first house, we'll get into childhood in a minute. Right now, pile number one, your focus is on, this is everything that's going on in my physical reality and I'm not seeing any changes. And so you're telling, I'm not seeing any changes, no changes, no changes, no changes. And so you're not manifesting changes because you are focusing on the fact that there's no changes going on, you're not opening up to allow in things to change. And so what we want most for you right now, pile one, is to just relax, relax, relax. Things are changing. And I'd like to see more changes happening. But I don't need to see changes happening to believe that changes are happening. Things are changing. Changes are happening. Changes are always happening. Changes are always happening. Think back to every single time you thought that something wasn't going to work out for you and it ended up just working out for you oh so perfectly. Your inner being was there. Your inner being was working things out so perfectly for you. You didn't see how it was going to come to be. But your inner being is like, oh, perfect. So they're going to hit that thing. It's going to happen like that on that day. They're worrying right now. Don't even chill. Don't even chill. Don't even worry about it. Because it's going to work out for you right here, right now. I see it happening. What we're kind of talking about is being able to gain a greater perspective. You can spend more time fantasizing. You can spend more time in your imagination. You absolutely should be spending more time fantasizing, spending more time in your imagination and less time focusing on, but my life is the worst. But my life is the worst. That's what we really want you to do. We want you to fantasize. And one of the things that Abraham Hicks teaches is that when you are fantasizing, you're just in this place of absolutely no resistance. So that's really good. Meditation will also be good, doing guided meditations. We're going to get into the inner children healing work now. So with this Page of Wands energy and with your affirmation being, I release all versions of myself with an interest in sacrificing me, my happiness, and my authenticity. This is, as a kid, you could have been somebody who was really, really incredibly creative. Having your South Node of Virgo, again, you don't have to have this placement, but we're talking energetically. So this would have been your experience, right? Having your South Node of Virgo, this is the no, you can't dream, no, you can't do this. And so you could have been the kid who is, I'm going to be on Broadway and I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this. And I'm going to be on TV and I'm going to create this and I'm going to work on this and I'm going to do this. And then somebody in your life, artists don't make any money. You're not going to be able to do that. You know that if you're going to be an actress, you're going to have to starve. You're going to have to wait tables and you're going to have to struggle and you're going to have to do all of this. And then you're barely going to get time to go on auditions and then you're never going to get callbacks. And then one day, maybe, hopefully, Tell Me Something I Don't Know by Selena Gomez. Tell me something I don't know. It's this energy of you're telling me that my dream is 1 in a million. You're telling me that it's not possible for me to have what I want to have. And because that was your experience growing up, your process right now, your personal growth right now, and perhaps in this lifetime, for some of you, it's going to differ, especially if you have North Node and Pisces, is realizing it's safe for me to dream, and that I can actualize my dream, and that I can accomplish my dream, that my dreams are attainable, that I got this, that I can do this. So you really need to do a lot of inner child healing work surrounding what you were told you could and could not do, who you were told you could and could not be. Because right now, you are sacrificing yourself, sacrificing your happiness, sacrificing who you truly are in order to be loved. This is when you're a kid, you do something your parents don't like. No, you're not allowed to do this. Insert shame, fear, guilt, blame. Bad, bad, bad. You're a terrible person. You're not worthy of love. So this thing that you naturally are is bad. For some of you, we're talking about sexuality. Having like homophobic parents. This is an example for some of you. It's something you experienced. Or even growing up in like a homophobic church. This is who I am. This is who I like. You're telling me this is wrong. But this is still who I am, even though you've told me it's wrong. So there must be something inherently wrong within me as to what I'm not normal, I'm not good. So now I'm inherently flawed. And in order to get love, aka be accepted by others, I have to be somebody who I'm not. I have to like people who I don't. I have to eat food that I don't like. I have to wear clothes that I don't like. I have to go after a career that I don't want. In order to be loved, in order to be accepted. And understanding that as a kid, that's the only thing that you want, is to be loved and accepted. That's the only thing that we want as human beings, is to be loved and to be accepted. And so you have inner children within you who are not feeling loved, who are not feeling accepted. You have a couple inner children who are ready to go, creative kings, queens, and royal beings. There is, yeah. We want to leave it at that. That's really your message. Because you came here, there's this energy of dancing. It's like your inner children and the way that you felt about yourself growing up affects you in your career, affects you in the way that you see yourself, affects you in the opportunities that you allow yourself to go after, the ways that you put yourself out there, the success that you allow yourself to receive. Because as long as you're sacrificing yourself, as long as you're still believing that parts of you are bad, that parts of you could be evil, impossible. The only thing that exists is love. There's no such thing as an evil person. There's no such thing as a terrible person. There's no such thing as a bad person. There's a such thing as people who don't get their needs met, as children who close themselves off to love, and those people grow up to become psychopaths. Even those people aren't evil people. There's no such thing as an evil person. There are people who are not getting their needs for love met and who believe that the only way that they can get those needs met is by being manipulative, and that's a majority of people. None of those people are evil. None of those people are bad. And this is what we mean when we say there's nothing that you could think, say, do, be, or become that could ever make you bad or unworthy of love. That's your message. That's what you really need to understand. Listen to that a couple of times, pile number one. You no longer have to sacrifice yourself, your happiness, and your authenticity in order to be loved, in order to be accepted. There are people who will accept you exactly as you are. As you believe that, as you integrate those inner children, you allow those people to come into your life. And by allowing those people to come into your life, we mean you don't do anything and the people just show the fuck up because you're a vibrational match to them. You ask the universe, hey universe, I want more people in my life who accept me. Let it go. Inspired action. We don't need to get into the steps of manifestation. If you want to know that, manifestation workshop, learning every single step, background, information on it, all of that, that's linked in the bio. Recorded. Awesome. Okay. That's it. That's all that we really, hold on. Because this is it's very much about your appearance. It's very much about creativity. You just really held yourself back. With the energy of Virgo, you could have had parents, people who were just very critical of you, critical of every single thing that you did. You weren't allowed to make mistakes. You weren't allowed to do things wrong. You weren't allowed to say the wrong thing. You weren't allowed to be the wrong thing. You couldn't wear the wrong thing. You couldn't eat the wrong thing. You couldn't do the wrong thing, right? There's so much criticism. That criticism kills creativity. Your criticism kills your creativity. When we're talking about your creativity, we're talking about creative projects. A lot of y'all are going to be artists in terms of your job or your work or the work that you want to do. Your criticism kills that. That hypercritical, that I'm never going to be good enough, that you're never going to be good enough. There's always going to be something wrong. If you think that there's always going to be something wrong, it's never going to be good enough, then you'll never do something that you think is good enough. You're always going to find what you're looking for. So you'll always find something that's wrong versus being able to look for, these are all of the amazing things that are happening. These are all of the amazing things that I'm doing. Look at how things always have worked out for me. Look at how the universe has just always made my dreams come true. If the universe can do that for me then the universe can do that for me now. And that feels good. Okay. That's what we've got for you. Pile number 1, if you want to work with me personally one-on-one, I have a program opening up. It's 5 months. Information is going to be linked on my website, but you can also DM me on Instagram, send me a message on my email. All of that's going to be in the description box as well. Let's work together and help you shift out of this energy completely. They're singing the song For Good from Wicked. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. What's up? Pile number 2, for those of you who chose the 10 of Cups, the affirmation that we chose from my affirmation deck, digital, printable, linked in the description box, is it is safe for me to live my dreams. So we got that. We got the 10 of Cups. We're going to roll your astrology dice. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's Pisces South Node in the 5th house. Very interesting, because pile number 1 was Pisces North Node in the 1st. And I said, I would prefer this other one. Very, very interesting. So for you, pile number 2, this is all about learning to turn your dreams into a reality. It is safe for me to live my dreams. Pile number 2, you have a beautiful imagination. You can imagine the most beautiful worlds. And we're talking about the world at large. So what we really kind of want to do is big picture, little picture, because both are incredibly important. The idea and the visual that you have for what the world could be, that's important. And it's important that you bring this into fruition. And so what we're talking about is, we hear people say, abolish prisons, right? Question becomes, what do we do when we've abolished all the prisons? What programs are we creating? How do we respond to crime? Blah, blah, blah. You have a vision for that. And we're not talking about that specifically. The problems of the world, you have a vision for that. Or your vision, your inspiration, your dream, somehow directly, it's going to help a lot of fucking people. That's all that we can say. Excuse me. Your vision, your dream, the things that you are thinking up are going to help a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of people. Like, we can't say a whole bunch of people enough for you to understand how many people you're going to be helping on a grand scale. So number 1, please keep doing what you're doing. Please keep doing what you're doing. Please keep doing what you're doing. Because with your Piscean South Node, Virgo North Node, it's about actualizing your dreams, realizing your dreams. But with Pisces South Node, you're very good at visualizing, very good at thinking it up. But the manifesting it into the physical reality, that's where it gets caught up, right? We want to talk about deserving. And again, you don't have to have Pisces South Node or Pisces on the 5th house or anything like that for this to resonate with you, although some of you will. How do I get it to come into the physical? You don't. 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 You allow it to come in. And it comes in naturally when you believe that you are deserving and worthy of it. And pile number 2, baby, you don't. And the reason that you don't believe that you are deserving and worthy of it is because of what happened to you in your childhood. It's trauma. It's always trauma. That's okay. That's okay. Being able to recognize problem number 2, I did not get my needs met in childhood. Some of you have difficulty recognizing that you didn't get your needs met in childhood because you didn't live on the street, and because you ate sometimes, and because you had clothes, or because you had better clothes than most. You don't recognize, you refuse to recognize that portion of you who knows that they did not get their needs met as a child, and you are doing yourself a disservice by refusing to acknowledge the way that you feel about your childhood and your upbringing, because it is that portion of you, it is those inner children who are holding you back because they are sitting inside of you, crying, terrified, scared, sad, disappointed, feeling like they don't deserve happiness, feeling like they don't deserve love, feeling like they don't deserve attention. You need to prioritize yourself. You need to focus on yourself. You need to love yourself. And I think I did this like in Instagram post. Showing up for yourself is probably the hardest thing as you are beginning your journey, because when you are showing up for yourself, that's the first thing that you're doing that the people who raised you didn't do. Showing up for yourself, learning to prioritize yourself. It's so difficult to do because nobody ever prioritized you as a kid, or they didn't prioritize you and getting your needs met, your needs for love, attention, affection. They didn't prioritize you getting those needs met as a child. And so you don't understand how to prioritize yourself in that way. It feels foreign. It feels weird. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like something that you'd rather not do. And so when you are waking up in the morning, maybe I should do a meditation. No, I can do a meditation later. Look at it in this way. Maybe I should show up for myself. No, I can show up for myself at a later date. When in reality, showing up for yourself now, doing the healing work now, is what's going to help you to allow your dreams to come in. What we're saying is that once you heal, everything else is taken care of. Your inspired action, if your ask is to have a better feeling life, to have a better career, to have more money, to have more happiness, that's your ask. Your inspired action is to heal. And then you receive. Because when you heal, the feeling of I don't deserve it doesn't exist within you, right? And then we do our affirmation work to strengthen, create, cultivate those neural pathways, all of that good stuff. So there's a whole bunch of different areas for you to concentrate in, but it all begins with you deciding to prioritize your health. Yes, prioritize yourself and do the healing work. Right? There's a lot of things, physical ailments, as I've been doing a lot of healing inner child work. We'll talk more about generational trauma and how it can affect your health at the Pluto workshop, January 30th, that Saturday. Information on that is in the description box. It's pay what you can, so you can pay $1 or $1 million. Beyonce, if you're watching this, you know what I expect. Just because it's $1 to you, girl. You're so funny. God, I love her so much. But anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. It doesn't matter. I'm a Pisces. Let's move forward. So, yes, perfect. My skin is clearing up so much. And it's just because of the transgenerational healing and releasing work that I've been doing. So for some of you, you're going to really, really be able to benefit through that work because you have the energy of the 10 of Cups here. So definitely would check out that workshop. It'll be posted on YouTube. If you can't make it live, you're still going to be asked to pay what you can if you watch the replay anyway. So just send me money because I deserve it. Duh. God, why do we keep saying that? It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. What else? Creation. You have the ideas. It is safe for me to live my dreams. It is safe for my dreams to manifest into this physical reality. It is safe for me to receive my dreams. It is safe for me to receive my dreams. I'm ready to receive my dreams. It is safe for me to receive my dreams. I'm ready to receive my dreams. There's a part of you who is realizing that you can begin receiving your dreams now because you're really at that place. You've dreamt it up. You've thought it up. You have the ideas. You have the inspiration. You're tapped in enough. You're receiving the ideas, the $1 million ideas. They're here. but it's there, but I don't want to allow it in yet. Because there's a lot of different fears going on. Number one, there's this fear of, well, what if I get this and then I'm unhappy? There is a fear of getting what you wanted and then not being happy and then not having a will to live. And then, what if I get it and it's not what I wanted? Or what if I get it? It's not about it not being enough, but it's like, well, what am I going to do when I reach the heights that I wanted to reach? And the answer is you're going to go to do something else. You're going to go to do something else. You're going to learn something else. You're going to grow in some other way. You're going to go learn and grow in some other way. And then the way that you grow in that way, you're going to combine with the way that you've grown in this way. And then you're going to create this whole nother thing that we never knew existed. And then you're going to grow in another way. And then you're going to grow in another way. And then you're going to grow in another way, because there are an infinite ways for you to grow. Pile number 2. There are an infinite number of ways and directions for you to grow at any given point in time. And so you're holding yourself back. You're afraid of allowing yourself to access the natural next level on your journey, because there is this feeling of, well, if I get it all the way, there's also this, I can't get it that quickly. I have to struggle. I owe it to everybody to struggle. Let's not and say that we did. Struggling, let's not and say that we did. I'm putting that on a t-shirt. Struggle, let's not and say that we did. Let's not and say that we did. I love that phrase. And it's not that you have to actually say that you struggled or anything like that, but it's about the fact that you don't want to struggle. You just want to struggle enough so that when people see you having your success, you get to say, oh, don't worry, you guys. I had a really shitty life before this, and that's why I deserve this. But the answer is, you don't have to have a shitty life. You don't deserve a shitty life. You deserve to have all of your desires. You deserve to have every single thing that you want. And you don't have to struggle for it. So the universe is like, we're ready to give it to you, and it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. We're going to move it all around for you. Because recognizing that you're not struggling to prove that you're worthy and deserving of something, you are struggling until you have that shift, until it clicks for you, and then you allow it in. Until you release resistance, you reach your goal, and you allow that thing in. And so struggling isn't serving you. The only way that struggling is serving you is so that you can decide that you don't want to do it anymore. Universe, I don't want to struggle anymore. I'm ready for things to get easier. It's safe for things to get easier for me. And some of you have that familial, in this family, we don't get our dreams. In this family, we don't get the things that we want. In this family, your dreams aren't attainable. In this family, we need to prioritize other things. I'm afraid of being disappointed. You won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. And here's another thing. Your dreams and your desires, they don't need the extra pressure of having to make you happy. This is why we focus on being happy first. This is why we focus on feeling good first. Allowing myself to feel good right here, right now, when everything else comes in. Oh, look, another toy to play with. Oh, look, another way for me to have fun. Oh, look, another thing for me to experience. Not, I'm waiting to manifest the thing that's going to make me happy. I'm only going to feel content when I'm rich, and I'm just waiting. I can't feel content until I have this money in my bank account. Pile number 2, we focus on the feeling. We focus on feeling safe, having your dreams, start talking about your dreams, feeling safe talking about your dreams. Being able to talk about your dreams, your goals, and your manifestations is really, really important when you realize that nobody else can affect you. Nobody else can affect you. I have a whole new YouTube channel that I am creating and cultivating. All of this is happening behind the scenes, and I'm super excited to announce everything when everything comes together. But I could tell you every single plan step by step about what I'm about to create. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. It's going to be cooking. It's going to be fashion. It's just going to be all around everything fun. I'm going to do a lot of different things with music. We're trying to figure out everything that it's going to be, but it's going to be fucking amazing. And I can tell you that without being worried about somebody else not liking me, without being worried about somebody putting a spell on me or any of that other stuff, because I'm empowered. Because nobody outside of me can affect me. Because I'm in control of this reality. Because I'm going to be okay. because I got this, because my inner being is getting it to me. So it doesn't matter who knows about it. It doesn't matter who's heard about it. It doesn't matter who feels some type of way about it. It's just me and the universe. It's just me and source energy. You know, just chilling on the leading edge of creation, getting all of our dreams. Okay, pile number 2, if you want some help shifting, doing the inner child healing work, all of that good stuff, I have an amazing program. It is 5 months long. It's meeting every single week for 5 months to completely change and transform your life. More information of that is in the description box. You can email me, you can DM me on Instagram if you have questions. Yeah, okay, bye. Pile number 3, for those of you who chose the 6 of Pentacles, I don't know why this color looks a little bit off. Well, at least for me. Oh well. If you chose the 6 of Pentacles, your affirmation from my affirmation deck, it's printable. It's linked in the description box below. It's really, really amazing. I actually have 2 of them now. It says, I'm ready to easily understand and shift my feelings surrounding my desire. Desire can be for money, love, whatever. Astrology dice. Saturn and Capricorn in the 12th house. 6 of Pentacles. So, number 1, we'll start with our affirmation. I'm ready to easily understand and shift my feelings surrounding my desire. So, number 1, obviously your desire is for more money. This is kind of, I don't know if you all saw my money messages, pick a card. If you didn't, go watch that. That was pile number 3 as well. It's time to understand you don't feel that great about money. Pile number 3. It's time to understand you don't feel that great about money. You don't feel that good about money. You don't feel that worthy of money. You don't feel that deserving of money. So we're ready to easily understand exactly where we are in relation to our goal. If we're feeling bad, we're not in the receptive mode, right? And we can want to feel good so badly that we don't allow ourselves to feel bad. We don't want to recognize when we feel bad, because then we'll have to recognize that we're not close to our goal. But it's only through recognizing that we're not close to our goal that we can actually get to and reach that goal. So not only are we ready to easily understand and be able to pinpoint emotional guidance skill work where I am in relation to my goal. My goal is more money. Where do I feel when it comes to having more money? Tapping into my own energy. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Get like me, period. Anyway, I'm ready to understand where I feel about money. And then I'm also ready to easily shift my feelings surrounding money. And so it's a 2 for 1. It's a 2 for 1. You can realize and recognize that you feel unworthy of money without saying, oh my God, I feel unworthy of money. I'm so far from it, blah, 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 blah. One of my favorite things that Abraham Esther Hicks has talked about is you're never that far away from your desire. You're only a couple of vibrations. You're only a couple of shifts, right? You're only a couple of emotions away from your desire. And that's okay. That's a really, really good thing. That's a really, really beautiful way to look at it. And so I did my working the emotional guidance skill. I think that I gave you an example of how to move it up in that one. I don't remember. But basically, your biggest message coming through you don't only get money to give money away. You don't only get money to give money away. You, pile number 3. It's time to release the sacrificial energy surrounding your money and finances because it doesn't feel good. You're not, I'm allowing in a lot of money just so that I can help other people. You can have the desire to help other people. That's awesome. That's great. That's wonderful. Thanks so much. That's not the reason why you're allowing in money. You're allowing in money. I'm allowing in money because I want more freedom. I'm allowing in money because I really want these Gucci slides and these Gucci boots. And I really want to be able to get the Gucci slides in 2 different colors. And I kind of want some other Gucci slides for just laying around the house. I want Gucci slides for every single area of my house. I want Gucci slides for when I'm walking around in my room so I don't have to worry about trekking in the dirt. I want Gucci slides for when I'm walking down my hallway, when I'm walking to the kitchen. I want Gucci slides for the backyard. I want Gucci slides for when I'm riding in the car. I want a different pair of Gucci slides for every single fucking occasion. And that's why I want more money. That's it. That's it. That's it. I really want this. I have this just beautiful vision in my mind. We're manifesting it. It feels so good, you guys. Do you ever just Do you ever just tap into your feelings and your emotions surrounding something and you just feel so goddamn good that you just like, that's that shit. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have just this vision, and the vision is a vision of my foot. And it's my foot, my right one, my anklet, the one that has a tattoo on it. And I have on these Gucci slides, and I have this gold anklet, which I'm so excited about. And do you see how excited I feel about all of this? That means that this shit is really, really fucking close. That means that means the next video you see me in, you guys, I'm gonna have the fucking slides and the anklet, and I'm gonna be like, you see? Every single time I want money for myself. I want money for myself. It's okay for me to want money for myself, because when I allow in money for myself, when I allow in the fucking Gucci slides, and when I show up in the video and the blah, blah, blah with the, oh my God, you guys, I got my desire, blah, 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 that's going to show you that you can too. And so it's okay for me to be self-focused. Even when I'm self-focused, I'm always helping other people, but that's no longer the reason why I'm allowing myself to be self-focused. We're throwing away all notions and context of selfishness. You came here for you. You came here for you. And yes, you have a desire to connect with other people. You also came here for them. And you came here for community. But first and foremost, you came here for you. The healing work that you do, the transgenerational trauma release that you do, yes, it does help you on in terms of like linear and like ancestral level. Oh my God, beautiful realization that we're going to share with you on the workshop happening January 30th. Is pay what you can. If you can pay $5 or $1 million, then do what you do. All of that is linked in the description box with my PayPal and the link. You can look. I trust you to be able to look and see. When you feel good about something, when you feel really, really good and amazing about that thing, it helps other people, but it's not even about them. It's not even for them. It's not even for them. You're helping people without even thinking about helping people. So stop thinking about helping the people and just worry about yourself. Just worry about feeling good. 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 It's not your responsibility to take care of somebody else. It's not your responsibility to take care of somebody else. The reason why people get mad at celebrities because why didn't you give more money is because they have this belief system that that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get money and then you're supposed to help your family. But then they think that everybody in the world is their family, which they're not wrong, but it's like this kind of fucked up energy of you have to be supporting me, you should be helping me, you should be blah, 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 blah with others. It's a whole bunch of projection and guilt and shame and blah, 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 blah. It feels like shit, you guys, trash. Throw it all away. Throw it all away. I want more money for me. I want more money because I want to take more first class flights. That's it. That's it. That's it. JetBlue Mint, I'm on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about, I want more money because I want more experiences. I want more experiences. And this is why I want more money. And it's okay for you to want money for that. You are not selfish. This is something that you learned in church. It sounds sort of like spiritual teaching. Spirituality does not have to be minimalist. I am throwing away all of my desires for money and material things and blah, 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 blah. Babe, sis. If you were supposed to not be materialistic, why the fuck would you incarnate into the material world? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because it doesn't to me. It doesn't to us. It doesn't to us. It doesn't. If I didn't come here to have the cutest shoes and the cutest fits and to have the most fun and to have the funnest fucking tech, what did I come here for? To pretend to be humble? What the fuck did I come here for? No, none of that. It's not more spiritual to suffer more. It's not more spiritual. It's not more loving to sacrifice yourself for other people. No. It's trash. It's a trash idea. It's stupid. It's dumb. Fuck it. We don't care. It's done. When I have $1 million, am I going to be giving to charity? Yes. Am I going to be giving to charity probably this year? Probably. Who fucking knows? Who cares? If I don't, so what? Does that make you any more or less deserving? No, it doesn't. The amount of people that you help does not make you more or less deserving. Why? You're already deserving of everything. You're already worthy of everything. So the way that you treat people doesn't affect that at all. Because as we said, I think it was like pile 1 of this video, perhaps pile 2. There's nothing you could ever do that can make you unworthy of love. There's nothing that you could ever do that can make you undeserving. That it doesn't exist. It's not possible. The ideas and the social constructs of fear, shame, and guilt have you in their fucking claws. Free pile 3. Seriously, like, oh my God. Oh my God. No, 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 no. Saturn and Capricorn. What you're realizing, pile number 3, is that you don't want to be responsible for everybody else. You don't want to be responsible for everybody else. You have the opportunity to make a lot of money. You know, the second that the millions roll in, the second that you have a $100,000 jump in income, here comes everybody. So are you going to help me with this? So I have this problem. So I want to do this and this and this and this and this. And you're like, what am I going to tell those people? What am I going to tell those people? What am I going to tell them? No. The answer is no. You're going to tell those people no. Unless you want to do it. Unless you want to do it. But if you don't want to do it, that's not your job. That's not your responsibility. You don't have to be somebody else's meal ticket. It doesn't matter if you agreed way back in the day when y'all were in the fucking sandbox and you were like, you know what, when I'm older and when I'm famous, I'm going to support you and blah, blah. No, 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 fuck that. Fuck that. Because just like you have the ability to allow in more money, just like you have the ability to feel better about money, so do they. So do they. They have the same ability. Y'all, I'm going to start a podcast. Comment down below if you think I should. No, I don't need your input. I might do it. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. It's going to be called The Spiritual Republican. And it's going to be me becoming everything I thought that I never would become because of my spiritual journey, developing a greater sense of self. I don't owe you anything because all of the healing work that I've done, you can do it too. And you know what, bitch? I put so much free content out there. You could really be DIYing this shit. You know what I mean? And of course, nothing beats working with me personally, one-on-one, yada, yada, yada. We all know this. But I am the last person for you to be reaching out, asking for a handout, sis. I'm the last person because you saw my journey. You saw me do the healing. It's not about you saw me struggle to get here. No, you saw me go from rags to riches. Even if you didn't think that it was rags or what the fuck ever, you saw me build this business up from bottom to top, period, point blank. If I can do it, you can do it. If you want tips and pointers, boom, here's all of this free content. We can have a conversation about how I did it. I can guide you to my sources, blah, 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 blah. But give you all of this money that I'm allowing in? No, because I'm not allowing it in for you. I'm allowing it in for me. And if I decide to give back because that's what makes me feel good, absolutely, absolutely, of course, of course. Sure, I'm going to have a yacht and I'm going to have a foundation, a scholarship foundation. I got it. And I'm going to have a school. I'm going to have all of these other things. That's fine. All of these things are in my vortex. All of these things are happening and manifesting. And you know whose business it is? Mine. And the souls that I've agreed to work with and partner with and help. But that doesn't have to be everybody in the world. And just because I have plans to help people doesn't make me more or less worthy. Okay? Okay, that's really your message. Releasing this energy, because that's the reason why you're not allowing yourself to be more abundant, because you don't know how to say no. Because, I would feel bad. But what if they ask for money and then I just don't want to give it to them? Then you kindly say no. You kindly say no. Just like you have your inner being, so do they. They have an inner being just like me. They have an inner being who's going to take care of them just like me. Period, point blank. Okay, that's all that we have for you, pile number 3. If you want to work with me, I have a current 5-month program, super duper amazing. We'll meet every single week, alternating between 1-hour sessions and 30-minute sessions, and it's just going to be rapid fucking growth. I'm so goddamn excited. You know when you have Aries energy, when you have fire sign energy, and you just get so excited, did your passion just become anger? Like, okay, maybe it's because I have Venus and Aries, so having like masculine, feminine, right, Venus energy, just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just so, yes. Information about my current program, linked in the description. Fucking transgenerational trauma workshop, the pay what you can workshop, the one that you should most definitely be at workshop. Oh yeah, because you've got some ancestral survivor's guilt going on, pile number 3. That's a big reason why you feel so compelled to give and give and give and never receive. So we'll get into that at the workshop. That's all that I have to say. You can get my Oracle decks online as well. Okay, bye.